there was a lot of talk right at the end of that session and some questions about monetization, which I think is a perfect seg for this particular session. Just if I can get a quick show of hands in terms of how many of you are involved in direct capacity as far as the advertising ecosystem on mobile is concerned? All right, few. So hopefully at the end of this session, we'll be able to show some opportunity of how this space is growing. And I think that for a lot of people in the room, there may be a lot of exciting stuff that you may want to look at when it comes to the ad tech and the marketing ecosystem. I must tell you that when it comes to the telecom industry, this has been one of the fast growing spaces, not just in terms of course, mobile usage and so on, but the advertising dollars that are following it everywhere. And so far, the focus has been on platforms like Google and Meta and so on. However, I think more and more platforms are starting to harness their own data to really make a big business opportunity out of this. So let me take that forward. Digital spends edges out other investments during economic headwinds. So this was the survey done by Nielsen for 2023. They interviewed a very large number of CMOs, and despite economic uncertainty, 64% of marketers expect their ad budgets to increase in the year. Digital marketing worldwide, and what is the opportunity? So, the overall digital marketing business or the ad business has reached about 6.25 billion. This is expected in 2024 to reach 6.67 billion. This is worldwide numbers. So very, very good growth, continued growth on that front. And the mobile ad market share specifically stands at 362 billion. So most of that online dollars in terms of advertising is going on to the mobile ecosystem, right? And I'm sure all of you are aware of, gaming is coming up. There's of course app ecosystem, and a huge parallel ecosystem is being driven in India and globally on the basis of the mobile ad market. Okay, the India mobile story, this is even more exciting, right? So the Indian numbers everybody knows in this room, so I won't spend too much time on it. But again, when we talk about monetization, we were just now talking about gaming, obviously connected TV, OTT platforms. There is a huge number of trends when it comes to creating content and therefore being able to monetize. So either some of you may be in the room sitting here as a potential advertiser, looking at how can we grow our business by capturing more and more users. Alternatively, as a network, if you have a large set of inventory, or maybe you just have a large user base, how can you monetize that effectively? Can you apply inventory to it? So either as an advertiser or as a publisher, there are a huge amount of opportunities that are getting created across the entire ecosystem. Again, I won't spend too much time on this, but the fastest growing mobile ad market in the world, and it's been growing steadily at more than 30% over the last 5 years, and it will likely to continue doing so in the coming years as well. Okay, so I didn't want to get into sort of specific list of activities. I'm sure all of you have seen presentations from your digital marketing teams talking about influencer marketing and stuff like that. But I really wanted to focus on what are the core 4 items that are driving mobile ad ecosystem, right? And these are likely to be very long term. These are likely to have a very big impact, if not already having a very, very big impact as far as this particular ecosystem is concerned. So if you're looking at marketing in any way, I think these are the 4 trends that you cannot escape, right? So the first is building first-party data, right? I think many players in the ecosystem have data, but it's not organized. It's not giving you the right kind of user profiling, one doesn't know what the user wants, one doesn't know what the user behavior is, and it's kind of the data is getting captured, but is it really actionable? Is it really organized to be able to give certain level of insights? And we'll talk about all four of these in more detail in the coming slides. Streaming is the future. So, of course, OTT, connected TV. I mean, the TV budgets are starting to shift there. Video is a big driver of viewability, and again, I'm sure all of you know those numbers. But how can independently companies look at getting into getting action here? And I think that's something that one really needs to sit down, build a strategy around. Spend time with your teams, but that is a huge opportunity for the future. Holistic ROI measurement. So again, data being not organized enough. When you are as an advertiser looking at doing marketing, oftentimes the measurement is the challenge because there are too many data sets, right? There's a Google marketing data set, and analytics says something else, and your sales platform says something else. And I'm sure I can see a lot of people smiling. So I know many of you may have struggled through this, but building a holistic funnel is where your MarTech tools are aligned, and therefore there is intelligence that is coming from your tools and from your data is something that is a crucial component of building out effective marketing strategy. And finally, leveraging AI to drive marketing automation. So again, AI we've been talking about, this is going to be a reality. This is already starting to impact marketing as an ecosystem very aggressively. And I won't be surprised if within a short span of a couple of years, there is a lot of consolidation in marketing and MarTech functions, and a lot of things are automated via AI. Okay, so we touched upon data, right? How do we build out data more effectively? What are the signals that you're getting as an organization, and therefore what is the first-party data that you have with you, and what's the power of that? I think these are some of the basic signals that needs to be harnessed and needs to be mapped effectively, right? So the power of first-party data is becoming more and more crucial, especially given the fact that we are moving towards a more privacy-first world. There are more and more effective laws that are coming about. And as that happens, brands will end up relying lesser and lesser on platforms which are effectively data black boxes. So I think building out your own first-party data is going to become a very crucial component for organizations to understand who their customers are, what is the user journey, how are they engaging with a brand, what is the customer life cycle, and so on. Okay, so connected TV, streaming videos, this is something I spoke about. So again, this was a very large survey done of CMOs from around the world. Sorry, the font may not be readable, so I'll just read that. So they were asked how much of your ad budgets are shifting towards connected TV or OTT. And across the board, if you see, so I'll just look at the orange and the blue range. Does this have a pointer? No. Okay. So the orange and the blue, so this is 60 to 80%, and this is about 40 to 60%. And 17, so here about 51%. This is 50, again 51, about 52%, and about 52%. So most CMOs are effectively saying they're going to be putting money and huge money into video and into connected TV. So the TV is going to very quickly become traditional TV, and connected TV is really on the rise. And one expected this to be a slow trend, but honestly, it's no longer a slow trend. This is picking up very fast across the globe, and very, very quickly, this is going to become, it's just going to continue to increase the digital pie like anything. All right. Now, all of this does mean that, before AI simplifies everything, the current status of the ecosystem is that everything is too complex, right? Everything is There are probably a dozen tools that are being used for different things as far as the marketing ecosystem is concerned. And that is something that, again, this survey sort of came out with. So confidence in the current solutions delivering cross-media measurement. And, everything, so 40% in APAC and EMEA, almost CMOs are not confident in whatever solutions they have. So that's a pretty big number. North America a little bit lower, but Latin America 35% as well. And 61% of CMOs say that their teams lack the capabilities to deliver on their strategies. So there is a lot of complexity at the moment in the ecosystem. Too many tools, not sure which are the best products. New products keep on coming out. Now AI is a game changer. And that's where AI is going to help bring in more sophisticated tools, which can actually cut through the noise, and there will be simpler tools that are able to do a lot more and across a lot more marketing functions, right? So Martech's tool stack will become a AI native tool stack, right? So every process that is there in the Martech engine can possibly be double-clicked on and looked at more closely as to where can AI improve it, be it on content creation, be it on building better audiences, be it on better data processing, writing better code. And so this is already starting to happen. We will see, I think, holistic solutions come out in this space sooner rather than later. So, again, if you're looking at marketing today, then this is something that you should be sitting down with your teams on brainstorming about. So omni-channels to drive comprehensive mobile marketing, map the complete user journey, create effective retargeting, highly personalized content. So these are just some examples of where AI is taking sort of a lead, but frankly, it's going to impact pretty much all areas of marketing. So AI automation, that is a game changer, and effectively it is going to ensure that brands are able to get the right ad at the right time to the right user, right? So this is right now what the major platforms like Google talk about, but I think brands will need to and be forced to move away from dependency on platforms like Google. We already see that happening significantly. One of the best examples is how when we talk about e-commerce, the D2C movement has been phenomenal, right? This movement away from dependency on Amazon. And so many brands have done so well in D2C and are completely reducing their significant dependency on Amazon as well. Now, these are some other things. I mean, this is the agency slide, which talks about the other areas that you kind of need to keep in mind. Mobile marketing must-haves on the left side are more content-led aspects. These are important trends, right? So while we focused on 4 key areas, these are not to be ignored. Video content, mobile gaming emerges as a social hub. Influencer marketing takes a personal turn, emphasis on user-generated content. So on the content side, these trends will continue to happen. These will shift from time to time. They may be focused on one or the other from depending on what are the activities that one is looking at. So for example, maybe during an IPL, it'll be a lot more about the gaming side of things. And less so on maybe influencer marketing. But I mean, those kind of things keep on changing. And then the technology side of things, right? So making sure that you're getting your data across the channels, so omni-channel marketing, full funnel attribution, evolution of m-commerce, and planned retargeting, right? So I mean, these are I hope what I've been able to do is that if you're not looking at marketing as a revenue source, as something that you can monetize with, take a closer look at it. There is, again, a lot of opportunity there. There are newer formats coming. Again, with AR and VR, there is going to be, again, more changes that will come about in the industry. So I haven't sort of gone into that at this stage. But this was my last slide. Happy to take questions. Thank you. Happy to take any questions. Yeah. Can we have a mic there, please?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Thanks for the presentation. I just want some elaboration on that. One of the slide you mentioned tofu, bofu.
Correct.
What was there?
So what we were referring to there was the oops, going in the wrong direction. Yeah. So what we were referring to there was effectively a funnel, right? So your top of the funnel is going to be your marketing channels. Your middle of the funnel are going to be your engagement on your content assets. Bottom of the funnel is going to be either carts or it's going to be leads, and finally conversion is your sales data. So again, what happens is that brands spend a huge amount of time focusing only on the marketing channels, and let's say just what the CTR is coming. And oftentimes the data, the marketing data, is really not mapped and attributed effectively with the sales data. We find this the reality with large enterprises also, and the data sets never talk to each other. So this is a big challenge for huge number of. I mean, this is a global challenge. And so technology that is able to then do the complete mapping, which with user journey and effective attribution. So you need CDP solution for that. You need a DMP solution for that. So those are some of the technologies that will then help do a complete funnel mapping.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we take questions later? We have
Okay.
a hard stop for the next
Oh,
panel.
got
So
it.
I'm sure Dhaval is around to take all
I'm
the
around.
questions. So please, we'll take them later. And thank you so much,
Thank
Dhaval,
you.
for